Hello, my name is Pradyumna Sharma, and today we will discuss about the Minimum Wages Act of 1948 and the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. This is a syllabus in the Unit 2 of the Industrial Law. These are the laws related to the wages of the employees. So, the Minimum Wages Act 1948 is a landmark law in India which ensures the workers are paid their minimum wages, as it is also a constitutional right in the Constitution of India, where it is envisaged that uh, there is a equal right to remuneration and right against exploitation. So this act, the Minimum Wages Act, provides safeguard precautions and safeguard procedures for the protection of minimum wages of the employees. It is applicable in both organized and unorganized sectors. Objectives of the Minimum Wages Act 1948 are very broad. They increase and improve the living standard of the workers, guaranteeing their basic income. The Minimum Wages Act ensures the workers receive their fair compensation to the work, and the act also certains that employment where workers are vulnerable, they are not exploited against the. So the objective of the Minimum Wages Act are broad to ensure the exploitation, safety from the exploitation of the workers in the factories or the industries in the industrial era. The important definitions which are defined in the Minimum Wages Act are the cost of living index number. This index number is a definition under which the workers will be paid their minimum wages, and this index number is notified in the official gazette by the competent authority in the notification. The wages is defined in the section 2H of the Minimum Wages Act, which includes all types of remunerations including dividends, HRAs, but it does not include any house accommodation or the supply of light, water or the medical attendance. And the other features of the Minimum Wages Act are that it talks about the minimum wages, about the wage structure and the review mechanism and the enforcement of the uh, mandatory compliance to the Minimum Wages Act regarding the uh, com- uh, paid remuneration and the compensation of the employee. Who determines the minimum wages? What should be the minimum wages? Is it legitimate or is it uh, less for the living wages? The authority which has power to determine the minimum wages is the central government for certain type of industries such as the railways, mines, which are some sort of uh, whole India level industries. State government determines the minimum wages for the industries depending on the local condition of the state. And there are advisory committees and wage boards which determine the wages regarding the industry, cost of living, and the economic factors. So the welfare of the workers can be achieved. Wage rate calculation can be done on the basis of their working hours, working days, or working months in a year. So it is called a time-based wages. When the worker is paid on the unit of work they complete, then this is the second type of wage rate calculation, that is a piece-based wages. There are considerations for setting of wage rates which are local cost of living, nature of work and working conditions. There are provision in the section 14 in the minimum wages act which legislates uh, the provision for wages for overtime. It ensures that when a worker works more than his normal working time or normal working days, then it is mandatory for him to it is mandatory for a employer to pay the employee for the work in excess which he has done. The labor reform is one of the main task which the government takes in his hand, because labor are the workforce of the country which leads that country to its economic virtues. So the government from time to time forms committees to review and reform the laws relating to the wages and the minimum wages. This is why in the year 2019 the government of India has amended and reformed the minimum wages act. So they passed the legislation titled the Code on Wages Act 2019. It focuses on creating a national floor wage. It aims to provide a universal minimum wage across India. This is a new legislation which consolidates and simplifies the various labor laws, including the Minimum Wages Act. So, the Minimum Wages Act 1948 is a crucial law. It ensures the fair wages of the employee and prevents them from the exploitation. Minimum Wages Act is better enforced to the necessary challenges and to improve the effectiveness of the wages policies. The Code on Wages Act 2019 has been legislated. So this was about the Minimum Wages Act in the Unit 2 of the Industrial Law. Unit 2 also has a topic, Payment of Bonus Act. It is related to the Minimum Wages Act, as the term bonus means bonus means anything extra, anything more in the profit which uh, em- employer need to share with the employees is the bonus. So the employees are also a part and parcel of the factory or the industry. They have been made entitled for the payment of bonus under this 1965 act. So, what is the Payment of Bonus Act 1965? It is an act legislated by the Government of India in the year 1965 to provide for the payment of a bonus to the employees. It aims at promoting welfare and motivating employees by sharing a part of the company's profits. When the company shares its profits to the employees work more uh, relatively, and they feel proud to be a part and parcel of the company. Payment of Bonus Act 1965 is applicable to establishments uh, who meets the certain specific criteria. This Payment of Bonus Act 1965 Act has been amended multiple of times. First in the year 1965 it was amended, and it envisaged the provision for payment of bonus on profits or productivity. In the year 2007 the ceiling was applied in this act, under which the ceiling for the minimum salary was raised to 21,000 per month for the eligibility of the Payment of Bonus Act. Bonus Act and Minimum Wages Act 1948 are related to each other. The Bonus Act is made in addition to the minimum wages uh, for the benefit of the contracted wage of the employee. Objectives of the Act are for the welfare of the employee. It ensures employees share in profits. When employee receive the share in profits, uh, they are more into the company. They are more dedicated towards the benefit and profit of the company. So this is one of the objective of the act, to ensure employees share in the profits. Another objective of the act is the welfare and motivation. The welfare and motivation between the employers and employees. When the employer shares the profit, the bonus with the employees, the goodwill of the company is promoted. Another aspect of the objective is the legal framework for bonus. The payment of bonus act provides a legal framework regarding the bonus. It provides all the definitions, procedures, and factors when and how the bonus has to be shared with the employees. So, uh, what is the jurisdiction of this payment of bonus act? The industries which are covered under this act are the factories, mines, railways, and all industrial establishment. Then, who is covered in this payment of bonus act? Any employee who draws a salary of rupees 21,000 or less is covered under the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. Employees who have worked for at least 30 working days in a year, who is termed as a new joinee, who has only worked for 30 days in a company, he is also eligible to receive a bonus under this Payment of Bonus Act 1965. There are exemptions to the act, uh, which are some government establishments or some certain seasonal industries which are not as profitable to share the profit. Some key provisions regarding the payment of bonus act are the eligibility of the bonus. The minimum bonus which need to be shared is the 8.33% of the salary or wages for establishment with profits. Those establishments who receives profits, so the minimum bonus which they have to share is the 8.33% of the profit. Maximum bonus which the employee can claim from the company is the 20% of the annual salary or the wages. The maximum wages which an employee can claim is the 20% of his annual salary. There is a formula for the calculation of the bonus. How the bonus will be distributed? As uh, nowadays the bonus and salary are paid in cash, so this typically form of paying in cash is the traditional form of distribution of bonus can also be paid in kind, but it should be approved by the employee. Time of payment: when the bonus should be paid? The bonus must be paid within 8 months from the close of accounting year, that is by 31st of December of the following year, as the counting year ends on the 30th of March. So the within 8 month, that is 31st of December, the bonus should be paid to the employee. What are the consequences when the employer abstains from paying the bonus? There are penalties for employers. The employer who fails to pay the bonus on time is liable to be fined and also the imprisonment which can be of up to 6 months. There is a dispute resolution forum in the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, that is the Industrial Tribunal. The employee can go to the Industrial Tribunal or file a complaint to the appropriate government. Then there are provisions regarding the legal action. The employee can file a complaint or approach the labor commissioner for the non-payment of the bonus. So this is the safeguard provision under the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. There is a provisions regarding the bonus and dispute resolution. Dispute related to the bonus, as we discussed, can be resolved by filing a complaint to the labor commissioner or the industrial tribunal. There are timelines for filing complaints. It may be termed as the limitation to file the complaints. The employee can file a complaint within the 6 months from the date of his due date of the bonus payment. So we are at the final slide of this unit 2 of the industrial law, which deals regarding the law related to wages, that is the Minimum Wages Act of 1948 and the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. So we have learned about the Minimum Wages Act and the Payment of Bonus Act. These acts are made for the welfare of the employers, for their fair treatment and the motivation of employees by providing a share in the profit. So the employer must comply with the acts so that the uh, em employees can be benefited from the act. Thank you so much for listening these provisions under the act regarding the law related to wages. Thank you. Have a nice day.